Good morning, everybody. Hope you all had a great night last night. It's a new day. Let's see what's going on. Let's start with the ES. Um, just want to make sure everything is working. All right. So, ES last night was flat, and then it jumped up, and right now it's pulling back a little bit. Pre-market right now, 5 is down, 15, 30 is downward. Everything is 1 hour is dead cross. And let me just double check if the live is working 1 second. Um, I okay, seems like working. All right. So yeah, pre-market everything looks down, but in general we are still very bullish on the 4, 1 hour and daily. We made a new high yesterday, and one key level to watch on the ES is 41.91. That key level to watch 41.91, and then SPX 4200. If you see here, ES last time in back in beginning of May made a new high of 4206, but it didn't break it, so that's the one, another key level to want to watch. Breaks that one, is gonna be craziness. And right now it's all about Washington DC. If they say the deal is done, and this Sunday maybe they come and say okay, the deal is done, no debt ceiling, no problem. So then we'll see. I mean, maybe market flies higher, maybe sometimes after the news it pulls back. So have to see the reaction. But in general, market is very bullish. If you see, there is a lot of continue run up. Before run ups was like lasted only 1 day, 2 day maximum, but this time they're lasting much longer, especially like on semiconductors, on technologies, and many other names. Um, so anyhow, pre-market right now we're looking down. It's possible maybe like other days, maybe some profit locking at open. But if you see 5, 15, and 30 slowly one by one, the MACD golden crosses, then we can again run up higher and retest the high pre-market. Just keep in mind, in bear market, it's very interesting. In bear market, market opens green a little bit or higher, and then it goes down. But in bull market, it's reverse. A lot of time happens that yes, bull market a lot of time we get gap up. But at the same time, many more times in the normal bull market, it's very possible to get a red day, red opening, and then it goes higher. So anyhow, right now we'll see what happened. Futures are still flat, so pay attention to the 5, 15, and 30. Once they get a MACD golden cross, we can run up to the high again and retest the high levels. NQ pre-market, same thing. Direction is downward. Again, need to pay attention to the 5, 15, and 30. Once we get a golden cross MACD, we can go higher. But if this continues going down, and the 4 hour we get a TTM squeeze dark blue bar, then it can be a serious pullback. Um, in general, still 4 hour daily and weekly is still upward. TNX 36 for now is jumping up, so that's hurting a little bit the market more than usual. And TNX goes up, not really good because inflation. TNX goes up means inflation is not done yet, and Fed wants this at 2, so if this continue goes up, it's not good for market. DXY continue going up, is getting very bullish, more bullish. It's already above, it's on the bull run here too. Dollar is getting more stronger, so I guess seems like if the debt ceiling goes through, there is a chance that dollar goes higher. If dollar goes higher, then it's not good for text. Keep that in mind. And the targets you're watching is 103,676. If it passes that one, it's gonna be a little bit trouble. If the dollar goes up, not good in general for techs. Wix a little bit green, pre-market right now 5, 15, 30 was upward. If the 1 hour MACD golden crosses and passes 1726, then the next target is 1812, and it could not be good. But if you see at open pulls back and the 5, 15 dead crosses, then it means reversal and we're going to go up. um, BTC was trying to join yesterday the run up, but overnight nothing special. It's downward. It's just building a base. We'll see what happened. Direction is still on daily and weekly is downward. So what 4 hour got a good golden cross yesterday, but it's not continuing. So it's just building a base right now. Apple Apple was very weak yesterday, even was weak, but once market start jumping up, it's joined the run up. You can see here 30 MACD golden cross. It joined it and went to the next level. Right now, again, as I mentioned, same thing before. It's just up and down between 171 and 173 level. These are the two levels you want to watch, especially 175, 174.59, the high of before last week. So if it breaks that, then it can go higher. But in general, there is a pressure down there. 4 hour got a golden cross MACD, but the pressure on daily is down. So we'll see which one wins. You want to wait for the breakout because otherwise premium is just gonna move 5, 10%, 20%, not too much. So if it breaks below 170, it can drag the market down. If it goes above 174.50, 174.59, it's gonna be just a monster runner. I'm gonna have a monster run up. Amazon finally hit this 116.61 level. That was the main target I kept saying for last few weeks. And if it breaks that one, the next target we're watching is 118.38, 121, and 124.09. Pre-market right now, nothing special, very flat on hourly and 15 and 30. Key level to watch is 116.61. Passes that one, you're gonna go to the next level. But if you see pullback at open because the 5 minutes downward and the 15, if the 15 dead crosses and the 30 same, it is possible to have a pullback back to 115 and 114. Nvidia got a nice gap up because of the first of all, yesterday was very interesting. Passes the 300. Let's show you here. It went to 300. Some people start blocking profit, but it started building a base, and then it continues going higher to the next level, which was 301, and it closed very strong. When you see a name close very strong, it has a high chance to continue next day, and it sure did continue next day. Right now is up. Got to upgrade, and earning is next week. Is very bullish on 4 hour daily and weekly. We got a dark blue bar, but it's still MACD is very upward. And but right now it's pulling back because market is getting a little bit weak and it's continuing getting weak actually. So if you look at the ES, you can see here right now and the hourly dead crosses. And if the 4 hour we got a dark blue bar at 9 a.m., that's not gonna be a good sign. Nvidia anyhow, pre-market right now is downward, so 303.97, that's the key level to watch. If it can hold it, it can come and retest the lower level. But 305.35 is a level I have, that's a major level. Passes that one, we're looking at 306, 308, and 309.99. 310, that's a major level. It is possible to come before earning. Above that, we're looking at 316. And if earning is good, if this does a surprise earning like a 10%, it is possible to hit 337. All time high, I think, is 340 something. So maybe it does all time high. We'll see. Um, but anyhow, pre-market right now for 1 hour, we're getting a dark blue bar. Our market is extending down right now, continuing going lower. So it seems like we're gonna have a pullback at open, and then once we get a confirmation on the MACD and the 5, 15, and 30 on the indexes, then it's possible to go higher. Baba 93.53. That was a major level. The earning was good. I mean, it was okay. EPS hit, beat, revenue didn't, a little bit miss. It came down, then it went higher, 93.53 target hit. And that one, if it does break at open, if it does, so right now pre-market 5 is downward, 15 and 30 is curving down, is up and down. So these are the levels you want to watch. If it 90 breaks, it can come back to 87, 85. But if it does a surprise jump at open and passes 93, it can run up higher to 94, 96, and 98. Bidu kind of did that. So they opened lower and they went up and then they went lower and then they came up again. So that's a possible scenario that can happen to Baba. And we're getting dark blue bar on the 4 hour. So anyhow, keep in mind Baba. Usually first few minutes their options are not active. That's the only name I know it act like that. But be careful first few minutes. Wait for the premium to settle, and then if it's solid direction, go on it. Bidu right now is pulling back 5, 15, 30s downward. So last 2 3 days, last 2 days it was just a dip. Every dip was getting bought. So again, maybe the same scenario happens again, but at the same time 4 hour dead crossed already, so there is a lower chance that the dip's getting bought this time. If it breaks 127.83, we're looking at 126 next support, 124. But if you see 5, 15, and 30 MACD golden crosses, you can run up and go back to the high of the day, 130 and 131. But in general, 4 hour is getting weaker. Netflix, 345 was a target. I said in the service 345 high chance to come, and sure did. It was very interesting. As you see, as I mentioned 2 days ago, it was a nice close. It was getting stronger, and yesterday it did a dip in the open, then boom, it went up to the 340. Right now 345 is reaching. Market is a little bit weak, but if market bounces, this one can go to 354.07. The high of last week was 348.17, so that's a key level to watch. 314.17. If it passes, we're looking at 349, 354. This one is still very strong. Actually, is on top of the list right now. 15:30, 1 hour is upward. That's still very, very bullish. The only problem is weekly, but just pay attention to the intraday for now. Maybe weekly joins later. But at the same time, if market weakening, this one, be careful if it goes below 340. If it goes below 340, then it can go and retest the lower level 337, 335. But in general, very, very bullish on the 4 hour, hourly, and every time frame. Meta. Meta made a nice new high yesterday, 343.83. It was hard to break 344.22. And keep in mind the high of last this season was 244.92, 245. That's a key level to watch. Once it breaks through 245, sky is gonna be the limit. For now, 240.68 is a support. Pre-market right now, 5:15:30 is downward. 1 hour is downward. So until we don't get a golden cross in the 5 minutes, direction is downward. And if it does break 240.68, it can go retest 239, 238, and 237.15. But if it holds there and the 5 minutes and does a surprise jump at open, then next level we watch is 244. Breaks that one, 247 and 253 is the next target. Tesla a little bit higher. It was actually much higher, but now it's pulling back a little bit because of weakness on indexes. Pre-market right now 5:15:30. 1 hour is downward. We got a dead cross on the 1 hour. 4 hour daily and weekly is very upward, and then you can see here the weekly is really interesting. It was about to dead cross. I mean, it was getting close to have a dead cross, but then suddenly, because of this jump that came after the event, is curving up. So that's something interesting. There is a high chance this one passes the 177, 177. That's the target. High chance to come by next week, if not by Friday or today. But once it breaks that, it is a possibility that we go to 183 by next week. That's the next major level once it breaks 177.59. Again, Tesla last few days, it was like kind of a sellout open, and then it bounced back, surprise bounce back. So again, pay attention to the 5, 15, and 30. Once you get a confirmation on the 5, 15 MACD golden cross, it has high chance to go run up higher and retest the high of the day, a high of pre-market, which was 176.13. Microsoft, 314.47 level finally reached, but right now is like settling there, is resting. You can see here 15:30, 1 hour is just kind of flat. If it does break above the pre-market high 315, 316, 380, 318, and 320.94 are the next major level to watch. Very, very bullish still on the daily, weekly, and 4 hour, and direction is up there. So these names, there is a lot of chances that they hit all-time high this season. Just need one good catalyst like Microsoft, Nvidia. These are very close to having a all-time high. But in general, right now 314 there. If the 1 hour MACD dead crosses, then it can have a bigger pullback to 312 and 310. Doubt it goes below 310. 310 was a big resistance before, now is becoming support. So keep in mind in the market, whenever like in the bull market, like we are just not going up, and there is levels that it keeps hitting and pulling back, hitting and pulling back, and those are big resistance. When it breaks out, those levels, the resistance level become next to support level now. So right now at SPX, 350, 4150, for example, was a hard level. Every time it had hard time to pass it. So right now is above it. So 4150 on the SPX is becoming a big support. So it's a critical point. It can bounce, it can consolidate, or if it goes below it, then we're back to the same old again. Anyhow, Google, pre-market, everything is down there again. 121.41 is the key level, and then it made a new high yesterday, 121.67. If it breaks those, we're looking at 124.28 and 127 next targets to come. Pre-market right now is downward, so 119.63 is a support to watch. It's possible to touch there, and if you get a 515 and 30 golden cross, it can run up higher. ES continues going lower, and that's not really good. Um, so let me go to AMD next. AMD pre-market is holding not bad. It made a new high, 104.86. But again, everything right now in the market, 415.30 is dead crossing. Fed, there is a lot of Fed people talking today. So be cautious what they say. They can make everything turn around. 4 hour on the AMD after a long time. We're getting a dark blue bar. So there is possibility some maybe pullback, maybe the profit locking. If it goes below 103.02, it's possible to go retest 101.66. But 105.69 is the key level to watch. If we do get a 5.15.30 MACD golden cross, then and passes 105.69, the next major level to watch is the 106.78 and 108.18. Sorry about that. BA was very interesting. If you watched yesterday, pre-market yesterday was very hot. As soon as it opened, it jumped up and got hit 105, 208.58, and 1 penny above my target. Um, so yeah, 108.58. So right now pre-market is downward. 4 hours still very bullish. And a lot of them 4 hours are still very bullish. That's why I'm saying there is a high chance possibility that if a dips happen at open, there's a chance that we run up higher. Um, unless you see a dark blue bar on the TTM squeeze 4 hour, and if the MACD 1 hour dead crosses, then there is lower chance. Right now for Boeing, 2 key level to watch 205. If it breaks 205.2, back to 203. But if 5 and 15 golden crosses at open, it can run up to 208.57. Breaks that one, 211.95 is the next major level to watch. 211, if it breaks, if it does break next few days, we can go back, go up, and it can have a big breakout. In general, daily is continuing going up back these, so there is, and you can see here the volume yesterday was crazy or higher, so people are loading up. Something's going on. SPY pre-market at 413.8 is the key level to watch. If it breaks 413.8, we are back to the range again and going back to 411 and 410. But at the same time, yesterday was over 40 dark pool orders at 410. If you don't know what is dark pool order, go search it. This is something really interesting. So that's a huge support right now to watch around 410. If it breaks 413, because direction is down right now, we can go back to 411 and 410. But 413 is a critical level. It can consolidate around it, or when I say critical, that's what I mean. Can consolidate, break, or turnaround point. So if it turns around 413, then it can the 5 and 15 we got a MACD golden cross. We can go run up to 415.93, and if it break 416.52, the high pre-market, we're looking at 417.61 and 418.92, the next key level. In general, we are still very bullish on the 4 hour, daily, and weekly. Um, QQQ, pre-market again, 330 is the big support there. Breaks 332. Next levels to watch is 334 and 336.58. Pre-market right now again, same thing. Direction is downward there. Let me just go over these fast. IWM, nothing exciting there. LRCX. So if, 580 was the high of yesterday. If we do manage to jump today and passes 583.17, the next level to watch is 587. Above that, 595, 601, and 607. Many people ask if 600 is gonna happen. I'll give it maybe 30%, 20%, 25%. But for next week, there is a high chance 600 comes. We have Amat earning today after close, so that can have a big effect on the in semis. Snow, nice jump up because of the news, but right now it's pulling back a little bit. Um, so if it does break below 173, it can lose the gains and go lower to back to 170. But just pay attention to right now for 1 hour is dead crossing, and it can be a turnaround point 173 if it jumps off of it, or 175 if 5 minutes golden cross. It can run up to 179.34 and 185.49 if it passes 180. We're looking at 185.49 next. AI, keep an eye on that one. Is a lot of people loaded up on it. But the 4 hour, we just got a dark blue bar, so that's not a good sign. But we'll see what happens if it does break 28. If it managed to break 28, we're looking at 28.81 and 30.66 next target there. MDB, nothing exciting pre-market, made it 208, 286, but right now it's pulling back a little bit. This name 4 hour is dead crossing again right now. So I'm getting a dark blue bar, so maybe some profit lock in there. HD was very interesting yesterday, so keep an eye on that one. People loaded up on it very fast. The volume was crazy. It jumped up and covered all the losses it had after the earning very fast. So this is really a good sign when a name covers the losses the 2 days later. Um, so if HD 280, 295 if passes, we're looking at 300 and 308 next target. SMCI made a new high yesterday, but you can see here is weakening right now. So there is a high chance we're getting some profit locking at open. Now pre-market right now 1 hour is dead crossing, so that's not a good sign. But it's still it's very strong because of yesterday news. And 503 is the key level to watch. 503.48 passes that one, we can go to 417.05. MSTR needs Bitcoin to run up. Airbnb had some run up yesterday. Nice. There were a lot of names that were running up yesterday. So today is a day that needs validation. Any name that run up, is it a valid run or was just tagging along the market? So what else? If there's any symbol you're interested, let me know in the comment in the chat. Um, what else you got here? GME, earning is still not, date is not set yet. Adobe was interesting yesterday too. Next target there is if continues going up and daily MACD is curving up. 369.05 is the next target there. Etsy getting very volatile. It went lower, then it jumped higher. Still, Mac daily is still bullish, and the 4 hour got a golden cross. Breaks 95, 85, 97, 98, 39 can come there. TTW, very interesting. This company has all the games you can imagine. So and had a nice, very nice earning, a big jump there. So 142.36 is the key level to watch. Breaks that one, 147, 151, and 155.96 are the key next targets there. Walmart, not a bad earning, but nothing exciting. The moves are very small there always. MU, news about investment, and it got close to 66.73. So this is the key level you want to watch. It is a high chance that at open jumps up and hits 66.73. But if it manages to passes that one, next target is 68.65 and 70.56. Now that's pretty much it. Symbol wise, anybody? Ross, could you please? Ross is ROST, right? Let me just check. Yeah, Ross. Ross, Ross is interesting. Ross, Burlington. These names, the more economy gets worse, the more people go to their store and people gonna buy more from them. And right now, pre-market doesn't have enough volume, just only one candle, so can't clearly say what's going on. Earning is after close. With the way economy is going, I honestly would expect this gap up. So five is looking up, 4 hour is looking bullish. So watch out today for the unusual plays on the calls and puts, and that could tell you a lot. Um, limit increase. I mean, debt limit for sure is gonna increase. So there is no doubt. in the past there was always problem, America always have problem with debt limit because it spends more than it makes, and debt limit always goes up. There's no doubt about it. The problem is when it's gonna go up, how long it's gonna take to go up. That's the problem. And if it takes long, then they have to shut down the government, and they did that before in 2013 and other times they did it, I remember. And everybody was like, oh my god, market's gonna crash. Yes, market may go down if debt limit takes forever to get reached, the deal gets reached. And if it, government shutdowns, there is some maybe temporary turbulence, maybe market goes down a little bit, but overall market goes up higher. And if you check out the historic chart, you will see after every shutdown market went higher. So anyhow, just be careful about this weekend. They promise maybe some deal happen. If it doesn't happen, then it's not gonna be good. Again, just showing SPY again, the last one. Pre-market right now, you can see here TTM squeeze. We got a yellow bar. It's bouncing off a little bit. So if we do get a MACD golden cross in the 5 minutes and pass 415.93, we can go up and run test the higher levels and go higher. And we'll see if 4200 comes. Best of luck and thank you so much. Please share, like, and retweet, and join the series if you like. And thank you.